Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting deck. This is a deck that ESofDawn's sent me. I'm sure he just wants to watch me suffer after the ESofMill. This is another OTK deck that uses the Tree of Everlife plus the Barren Sky Vermintide. You make a massive Vermintide and you just play it and then you kill your opponent. Generates a lot of Faerias, a lot of card draws, a lot of moving pieces to get this deck to go off. And I haven't been successful yet. I've been close. I'm just not very good at combo decks, I've come to learn. Especially from the ESofMill episode from a long time ago. So in this episode today, we're going to be playing through it. And I'm just going to see if I can pull off the win con. No, actually, I think I did pull it off once on stream. Yes, I pulled it off once, and I didn't play the deck again. So I've been playing a little bit today. I've been trying to get back into kind of my thought process for it. But yeah, this deck is a bit of a meme, but it can definitely win, especially when it just punches you for kills your opponent with one Faeria. It just takes a lot of setup to get there. So let's go on some matches and see how this deck performs. Alright guys, into our first game. So the goal is to create a lot of lands, get this card down, use the Imperial Engineers to power up Vermins in hand, and then we can hit our face for the face for a one shot with its gift ability. But that's not always going to happen, you know. Nothing ever goes as planned at all times in card games. That's just not what happens. So you can kind of go down alternate strategies as well. One thing I learned that's pretty decent against burn is you just use Imperial Engineers to heal yourself and power up other engineers and then get them to heal you on the following turn. You got another big engineer and you kind of just make lands towards your opponent's orb and just overwhelm them with the engineers. So don't be afraid to adjust your strategy based on mainly what your opponent's playing. Sometimes you just won't always have the luxury to go for the one turn kill. Speaking of my opponent, we have a Faeria tree going down, and we have a Lore Thief. Okay. So this could be like Structure Radiance. I've seen like a Structure Radiance deck where you use creation and stuff. It's interesting. But we get to Kodama this turn, which is always very good. Stick it into double collection. And then we'll pass. So we're almost at the Tree of Everlife. We're almost there. Land-wise, you could get a lot of land with this card. Now, I was saying when this card came out, it's very good. Excellent. Now, we have feed, so we have the option to, you know, get a Faeria advantage with this card. Like, if there's something big comes down, if something... Oh, it's an Aurora. Okay, so this comes down now, just to make the Lore Thief a bit more threatening. And with between these two, you know, now my opponent can deal with it. Oh, it's a Magda deck.
Welcome to my court.
Oh no. Maybe I just gear up for Doomsday. I mean, that is an option. I can just go for a Doomsday in the near future, which means I probably keep my feed and save it for another target later. So yeah, let's kill Aurora and we'll just pass. We'll let our opponent overextend, because now we've got there's tons of Faeria being generated from the Faeria trees. Magda's going to generate some nice stuff as well, in theory. It would have been great if we had access to the Earthcraft that turn, because I could have Shrined Earthcrafted from there. So yeah, I think we just slow play this for a bit. I don't know, I guess we're in a situation now where we can just start digging and just keep passing. Like, I don't see a reason that we need to get up to much more. I guess the Faeria tree is the real issue. My opponent's gonna jump up to 30 Faeria or something ridiculous like that. But I want my opponent to develop more onto the board. If this is a lake, it's probably a dream. No, it's not. Okay. So not. Oh, he's gonna crack it open anyway. That's fine. 27 Faeria. Chaos.
Welcome to my realm.
Chaos is only good if there's stuff on the field. Currently, I have nothing on the field. Alright, so... I think we just take our last land. I'm going to take it here. It's a bit more defensive. We'll pass again. Why not? We don't need to do anything at this point. I'm going to lose a reasonable amount of Faeria. Like, we'll lose 16... So we'll be on 16, 6, 7. So we'll lose 9 Faeria for Doomsday. Stanu. I like it. My opponent's playing pretty safe here, not overextending too much. Yeah, let's Doomsday. Let's just get rid of all this. So 9 Faeria. So kind of a sad trade-off there. Opponent's got 27. But we do have, like, Shrine, Kodama Feed. We have that as an option. Another Faeria tree. Gonna aggressive land. Into the sky. Architect. Alright, okay. We're not... The problem is we don't have access to... Yeah, the problem is we don't have access to the Vermin Tide yet. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. I guess we can Soul Pact. We can Shrine here. So this teleports to a forest, right? So there's not really anything in reach yet. I kind of want a Wisdom, to be honest. Just Wisdom first. To another Shrine. Draw. Alright, okay, so we do have a Vermin Tide now. So we could go Shrine, Shrine, Kodama Feed. And then we can wait a turn, I guess. We can just wait a turn now, and then we can go Tree into Engineer. Because, yeah, we'll go up to 11. So we can go Tree into Engineer. And then we can potentially feed... if the Engineer procs this on an Engineer, I can play Engineer and feed the Engineer. Okay, that's kind of sad, but it happens. But then again, like, I'd probably have to feed this one, which I don't want to do. Not really. So I do get... I guess I could feed the Vermin, right? And then I get to... Yeah, so if I feed the Vermin now... I draw... I can do this. That's a guarantee, right? Ah, it's a shame because... I'd like to be able to engineer again. So Soul Pact. Let's turn one of these into a desert. Oh, we do pick up the other engineer. But now our hand's a little worse because we have more creatures. So if I had like... Yeah, I would have had lethal with 2 more Faeria. But our opponent can't kill us this turn, so hopefully I'm able to stabilize. Hopefully this doesn't die. It's gonna be Garadan. Okay, pushes me for 16. Wants to cover a desert. So we have a 1 in 3 now. 1 in 3. Unless I'm just dead. No, it's the cistern. So this is the structure creation deck. Yeah, see? Yeah, well, luckily for us, Radiance doesn't affect our win con. Oh, and I just drew like a boss. So the 1 in 3 goes in my favor, and there we go, there's a victory. So that was quite lucky. I mean, there's probably things I could have done differently to make that a bit cleaner. Structures are actually good blockers. Generally, against red, they're better than creatures with free life, like the Imperial Engineers, because the Engineers can get cleared out by Garadan and stuff. The structures like the Shrines can be a good way to protect your tree, or even protect your life. But there we have it, a victory in the bag against the Structure Radiance deck. Let's move on to our next match. Alright guys, another game. First one went well, you know, we were able to get the win. Thanks to a nice 1 in 3. But that's the deck, you know, it is a one-turn kill deck. And we start off with a wild growth, so we can get that land ramp going, but Kodama is generally quite good, like earlier. I just put it into double collection. I went for the Doomsday. Doomsday's a tricky card to play. Like, I always feel that when I play Doomsday in a deck, that I don't ever want to play it. If I ever lose Faeria, I'm like, so sad. And it costs 9 Faeria to do it anyway, so every extra Faeria you lose is like paying for the creatures you kill almost. So sometimes it's probably worth it. It's just, most times it's probably worth it if you time it right, but it's just, oh man, it's a scary card to use. It's not bad if you get the Engineer tree combo off quite quickly after, because you get the heal. So you just heal back up. But definitely a card I'm hesitant to play, you could say. Oh man, there's not a lot going on in this hand, is there? I guess we can Wisdom. Speak of the devil. And Doomsday shows up. Maybe we have... I mean, we can take a value Doomsday. Next turn, I guess. I think that's okay. Like, I think this is a situation where Doomsday is probably pretty good. Especially if my opponent plays another creature. Because I can just Doomsday the board. And be in a happy place. Oh, but I also have a Kodama now. Actually, let's go for Kodama. So I didn't have a Kodama last time, but now I have it. I'm just like, well, when in Rome, play Kodama. Some nice aggro lands there. Yeah, I guess we'll pass. We'll see what happens. He's got 7 life. Could get Frogified into Ciphers. Like, there's a few things that could happen. But I think I'm okay with this. Get the double collect. Goes for a Gem Shell. Into a Chaos. So we know there's another Chaos in hand.
Welcome to my realm.
So we can Forest. And we can collect. And then we can feed this. She's going to give us an extra free Faeria to work with. So we can like feed this now. And then we can Earthcraft a land. Into a desert. So let's take this one actually, because then I could set up a Vermintide as an aggressive threat. But I guess we just Doomsday now. Yeah, let's just do it now. I think this is a better Doomsday than my last game, because I only lose 1 Faeria, and I get to clear the board, and there's not much aggression going on. So we know like another Chaos is going to come down, but I don't really care about Chaos. It doesn't really interact with us that well. And now my opponent's like, right, I need to be more aggressive here. I need to push some lands. It's understandable. Let's take a draw. Find another shrine. Guess we can Wisdom. Pick up Kodama. Okay, so we can go double shrine Kodama next turn. Set up a double collector. Maybe collect a bit of Faeria and then go from there. We're still looking for the tree. We're still needing to find that tree. Might see like a mountain or a lake come here, and we'll see like a threat, some form of threat. It's gonna be a water elemental. in this situation. Find an Earthcraft. So let's take 2 of these. I guess I should draw first, because that might change things. It's just a Vermintide. Maybe I should have played this a bit more defensive and used it as a defender instead. Okay, yeah, I think that's. I think I should have done that. I'm feeling a bit. Oh no, I messed up. No, I messed up. So my idea, what I should have done, I should have soul packed first, and then I should have changed my desert into a forest to kind of save my mistake. But he went for my shrine anyway, so the misplay. Let's see how pricey it is. It's a Magda. Okay.
Welcome to my court.
Time of Legends. Mountain. Okay, we have time. My mistake isn't that bad. I keep telling myself. See, if I feed it, it's not really worth it. I essentially gain nothing if I feed it. I just go back to where I was. So maybe I'm gonna feed it just a cycle, because I might have found another soul pact. And then we soul pact tree, and then engineer. And then we pass. So this is tricky. I'm not very good at combo decks. That's my problem. I'm not responding to the board necessarily at all times. I'm not always responding to the board. I'm sometimes just responding to my own hand and my own economy. And that can be complex. That can be something quite difficult to figure out. We got Ignis. A little bit of damage there. So we're definitely going to get another trigger on a Vermintide next turn, which could lead to another engineer, which could lead to lethal. And there we go. It's not lethal yet, but oh right, that's not very nice. Okay, so I guess we will do this now. Huh? It's just so interesting. Like, I can go for an engineer, and I could feed it in hopes to find my next engineer. So I think I should draw first. Doomsday. So I'll engineer. So now I have 2 threats. It's gonna hit for 1, I guess. This is still alive. This could be a problem. So do I feed this now? Because if this gets frogified, like, I lose value. But maybe I need the 9 damage. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just feed into Doomsday. Yeah, I'm gonna Doomsday here. I'm just gonna use the Vermintide to try and finish off my opponent. Maybe I'm overthinking things. That's the problem, right? I'm just overthinking. I just should play my big guy and just see if he'll win the game for me. I guess I can draw. So he did have the Frogify. He did have the Frogify in the end. So maybe the key there was not Doomsday. I'm just getting him to roll the dice on the Ignis anyway. Alright, we should shuffle a Legendary into our deck at this point, because I'm probably going to need them. Oh, that's pretty good. But I don't win a race against this right now. Ah, this is in such a good position, because if I could play Cypher here, that would be great. So I think I actually just run my Frog into this, play the Cypher down, and then play the Vermintide here to protect my face. Or maybe I play the Cypher here anyway, but then the commander just moves up and kills it. Ah, it's tricky. It's tricky. I think I don't know. I guess that's the truth. I don't really know what I'm doing.
There can be only one.
I'm not very good at these decks. But it's fine, it's fine. I'm learning as I go. All collects. Takes the 6. Probably Frogifies. But I don't think you can Frogify the 8/8 now. That's a problem. Takes a draw. Is that an, oh, that might just be... Oh, Emperor's Command to heal? Emperor's Command to heal? Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. I can deal 5. But not much else. There's not much in terms of defense, really. Yeah, but well played. Like I said, I think I made the mistake by playing it. I think the Doomsday was wrong. So I think the first Doomsday was right, and then the second Doomsday was wrong. So that's what happened. Yeah. So yeah, second Doomsday I should have fed, but I should have passed, because if he'd played around the Frogify. But then again, I probably don't. I think I just have to take it and see if the Ignis can do it. But then again, there was 2 Emperor's Command in hand, so could have probably killed the tree anyway. Interesting game. Good game to my opponent, though. Let's move on to another match. Alright, guys. Another game. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. This is good. I guess this is better. I would have rather drawn this and not this. Could give us something decent. Let's find out. Why not? That's actually not unreasonable. That is not an unreasonable card for me to draw. This is fine. This is fine. I'm okay with this. I have Earthcrafts. I can turn my I can just make deserts now. Like, I could just make 2 deserts. So just make 2 deserts preemptively. Make a desert here. Forest here. Play Tarim. It says he costs 8 lands. I think that's a mistake. Because he gets converted into wild. So let's just hope he's not 8 lands. I guess I'll find out. So I'm getting smoked. We won't find out till next turn when I can shrine into Tarim. Like I said, I don't think it's that bad. It gets a little worse now because Frogify is available, but if I get... Oh, no, Feed's not going to be an option either. So maybe I should have... You know what, I'm just going to play Tarim and see if he has Frogify. Why not? So let's... Yeah, so yeah, it's just that's just a visual error. But let's take Tarim. Let's see if he has it.
Earth greets you.
The earth greets you, blue player. Tarim does not want to be a frog. He's happy being a tree. It's a good life. Spell World, don't you dare. Don't you dare get a transform effect. Sorry, there's no Frogify. Tarim might just do work here. He might just hold off my opponent. Or say... That was an improvement, I guess. That was definitely an improvement. Oh, enchant. Takes the pre-hit. I guess I clear, right? And then I maybe just gear it for Doomsday next turn? So there's no Frogifies now. That's really good. I just need to decide my next play. Like, I can try and +1 into tree. Maybe I just do that. Maybe I just stick a tree. But then Aurora will come across and maybe challenge it. But then I guess I could. So Aurora comes here, right? And I play tree here. So then I can just play something in this spot to protect it. I don't know. Like, I'm really tempted. Just to start powering this up. And then I don't have a lot of Faeria to work with next to it. Maybe I actually do wait for Doomsday. Yeah, let's wait for Doomsday, because we have the tree in hand. So we could potentially, like, if we start drawing like soul packs and stuff like that, we can start gearing up. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm glad I waited for Doomsday. Oh my goodness. I would have died if I had played the tree. So he does get a refund off the structure, unfortunately. Funny, my opponent didn't get this land. Oh, that's not very nice. That is not very nice at all. So the end of your opponent's turn, set all players' Faeria to free. Why this card? That just completely ruins me. And that's going to be off Spell Will for sure. No one runs this main board. What I need to be able to do now is play tree. I need to be able to play the tree, so I need to find Faeria ramp. I didn't get it. But what I... See, this is even worse now, because once this moves into my face, I'm probably just going to lose. And if I play this, I guess I can play this to block. I'm going to lose the Faeria. Oh, there's a Soul Pact. Come on, man. Okay. Okay. So we're just using this as a blocker right now. He gets to scoot over, play another Wave Crash, play Beirut, and then we just lose. Or do we? Maybe not. I guess I can +1 into tree. So I can play tree. That's always a good thing. But what else do I do? Play a Vermintide? I guess the alternative was play a Kodama to block. But I didn't have a feed. So I was on 7-9. I guess I could have Kodama'd Earthcraft to find a feed. Let's see if it was a feed. It was a feed. So I then feed Kodama and go up to 6 Faeria. And then +1 tree and just be in the same situation. Yeah, so that's another game done. I even had Tarim that time. Tarim was actually really good. It was just my opponent kind of memed me out a little bit with this, but I don't know. I guess this did give me additional fear on a following turn. It just meant I couldn't store Faeria, which was a big problem because I couldn't just store my Faeria that turn, take the 6, and then go into tree shenanigans. I had to play something because I could have even if that was any other card, like I could have just played the Shrine to block. When I went up to 5. When I went up to 8 on this turn, so I would have had 8 standard. Soul Pact into 10. I have +1, so I'm going to 11. So I could have like started healing. I could have started going to engineers and stuff. So I think I had more options if this wasn't the card. But good game to my opponent. This deck is a meme, so I have to, just go with it. Just go with whatever happens. Let's go on to another match. All right, guys, into another match. I guess I can keep Kodama. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of need Kodama. Kodama's really important, I've come to learn. So, Kana actually beat me in a very... I think Kana's beaten me in the past with a red deck, but I think things have changed. I'm not sure. I remember playing Kana at some point while playing this deck. Kanea, I guess. It's gonna be blue. Oh, Kanea may have been the Veru player, right? Yes. I did play a game before this, but I got just smoked so hard it wasn't even worth showing. It just wasn't worth it. So Kanea may be the blue player I played against. Maybe the blue-red. It's a Leia. Okay. Let's switch sides. Not far away from getting our finisher. I really don't want to feed this just yet, but it might just have to happen. Take a desert. I guess we could take wisdom. So we're almost there. We're going to leave him up. We're just going to leave him to collect for a little bit. Hopefully I can get the a bit of a refund from collection and then use the feed later on. Lots of lakes so far. It's going to be a library. That's fine. You can play as slow as you like, my friend. Earthcraft. Okay. Let's desert something. Wild growth. That's the last land I need. Straw. Okay. So we do find this. Does this work out? I think it does. So we actually can go do this now. We can go into tree. Let's stick tree here. I think tree here is fine. Then we can get an engineer down. Hits this guy, and then we get the other engineer down. So we just win next turn now. Unless the tree gets destroyed, we do win from that play. Now library's interesting with this deck because it doesn't, because this is 15 and not 16, it needs an extra tick. So if this was a 60, if this went up to 16 attack, it would only take 2 ticks from the library to set up lethal. So in a normal, so if I could get +1 attack on this somehow, it would be really good because I'd be able to do that. But library actually needs 3 ticks from the 20 life in order to get lethal with the Baron Sky. That's for a creation. Into another layer. Oh, well played, friend. No! God damn it, Kodama! It's not what you were supposed to do. Ah. Kodama. Dude. It's not what was supposed to happen. I guess I'll just play the defensive Kodama now. And then now I pass. Okay, so there's no heals this turn. I will win with the Barren Sky regardless, because the library is going to kill my opponent. But if my opponent kills the tree and then heals, I won't have lethal. But lethal might just crop up at some point. He might just jam Radiance here and hoping to win from the Radiance, but that's fine. We don't... Radiance doesn't really stop us. It's gonna be a Dream Reaver. Is there a heal? There's a Frogify, that's fine. So don't draw a creature. Please. Oh, more libraries. It's fine. It's done, guys. This is probably one of the easier ones. Well played. Kaboom. 22 damage. So that was pretty clean. Mainly because I don't think my opponent really knew what was happening. Like, I don't think my opponent may have not seen this deck. So maybe I hadn't played Kinea today. The name just seems very familiar. But yeah, good game there. Let's get into a final match. Alright guys, into the final game. Kodama, I'm keeping it. It's been doing pretty well for me so far against slower decks. I don't think this deck is good. I think it's okay. It can do kind of the shenanigans if you know you're playing against it. Which some telltale signs are not playing any creatures, a turn 5, or maybe even earlier depending on the wild growths, Kodama. Now those are ways that will tell you that this deck is being played, and then you can just adjust your strategy accordingly. You can just go aggressive. Now in this matchup, I'm actually getting rushed. So I'll be interested to see how much I can hold off against Rush. I don't think I can. I think I just lose. Just double neutral. Maybe set up a desert this turn. I don't know. See what our opponent gets up to. Got the Explorer as well, so it gets even closer. Mountain? No, it's a forest. So it's Green Rush into a Queen's Guard. Okay. See, a Rush kind of just beats the snot out of this. I don't think it matters what rush it is. It could be even Blue Rush. Even Blue Rush would be able to beat this deck. Takes the free damage. Okay. Plays another Queen's Guard. Nope, plays a Verdant Force. Now, I don't think this will be the final game. I'll play another one after this, but I think this is just a perfect example of how to beat this deck. Like, what do? I just pass and take 10? And then my opponent has lethal, and I play Kodama, and... maybe feed it. Pick up 2 Earthcrafts, wild growths along the way. Double wild growth, double Earthcraft. Into deserts, into Doomsday. Like, I don't know. Like, there's not a lot I can do, really. I guess I could have built, like, a diamond. Maybe a diamond was the correct line there. If I go... my opponent gets double neutral, explore. I've got forest. I forest here. And then forests here. So yeah, potentially like a diamond was the way it should have gone. I guess Doomsday does save me here. It does protect me. So let's take the Kodama. There's one, so I now just need another Earthcraft. I can tree. My tree gets one-shotted in this situation. That's really sad because I need to play the shrine to block. Yeah, so this is just a great example of, you know, how you can beat this deck. I don't even have enough land for tree. So that's just a very good example on how to beat the deck. You just go in. As soon as you know about it, just go in. It doesn't defend itself. Its defense is Doomsday. And even then, Doomsday is a pretty scary card to be playing from a defensive position because of how much damage it does to you. But that was a quick one. I won't have that to wrap things up. Let's play another one. And yeah, conclude this episode. Alright guys, this is it. Regardless of what happens now, it is the conclusion. Kept the wild growth for a bit of land ramp, hoping to find that Kodama. Didn't get it. We're going against Happy Joe. A lot of experience from Happy Joe playing in Faeria. So I don't think Happy Joe will really fall for my shenanigans. Especially if it gets figured out very quickly. It's quite hard sometimes to figure out you're playing against this deck. It's around turn 4, 5, you can kind of, maybe even 3, you can make a read. Like, if you do see a wild growth, be like, oh, okay, that's a wild growth. Why would you be playing wild growth? It could be like big green, but then you don't see any other plays. You're like, oh, okay, now I see what's going on. So I played 3 forests this turn, and I haven't played anything. So what deck could it be? And this is red, yellow, burn. Into Grimguard. So problems can already start for me. We get to Wisdom this turn. And then we can forest. And then pass. So next turn I will Earthcraft one of the forests into a desert. Because I can play another forest if I need to. Might just like train in the Grimguard, go diagonally across down, and then go straight to my orb. No, very slow play. Okay. So let's Earthcraft. Unless I just draw instead. There we go. Let's Earthcraft one of these. I guess we just pass. Like, this could get nightmared, and I won't have any feed value. So maybe I actually don't pass. Maybe I need to feed this just to play around removal. To make sure I get at least a cycle out of it. Maybe it's not even worth it. I don't know. This is the thing. I'm still asking myself questions. Do I do this? Do I do that? He's got a train, and he's been trained. Brigand goes face. So Scourge Flame is coming up. I really need to find the Ground Shaker. I really need to find myself the tree just to get it set up. Didn't find it. Let's take a draw. So we're gonna wild growth. We can then Earthcraft first. Feed. Kodama. Then Shrine. And then pass. Like, I feel that I have to leave Kodama. I need to get value out of Kodama at this point because I'm going to need a lot of Faeria if I'm going to win. That's if I draw the tree. Like, I need tree. I have the Baron Sky. I have an engineer. So I need like a tree and another engineer. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Tree and engineer. And not wild growths and not Earthcrafts and not Kodamas. I don't think Happy Joe can kill me this turn. I think I'm okay. I feel that I'm relatively safe. I may just take 5 from the Ground Shaker. We may see another creature come down. Or we may see like 5 from the Ground Shaker and then the Scourge Flame take a hit on one of the shrines to deal 3 damage. So yeah, so we see that there. So take 3, hits the shrine. Oh no, not going to even hit shrine. So just push 5. Double Flame Burst is a thing. That I didn't want you, Kodama. I've already said this. Deck doesn't listen to me. I don't want you either. There's only one draw that saves me. But there we have it. That does wrap things up. Regular Burn's just going to batter this deck, especially if it gets the Scourge Flame on 6 lands. But good game to Happy Joe. That wraps things up. So that concludes this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Deck's a bit of a meme, but if you're looking for something different to play, something along the lines of ESofMill, I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date on when our content goes live. Now, I did release a video earlier in the week. It's a blue-green beast that I've been playing. Did pretty well on ladder with it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And that was in anticipation of a balance patch coming out this week, but it was delayed. So it'll be out hopefully next week. And we'll see what changes will come and how that will shape the Faeria meta going forward. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoy ESofDawn's Tree Vermin OTK.